Well, it has strengthened the monitoring aspect of what IAA is designed to do.
The project has tremendously helped the Liberia Revenue Authority to enhance its tax administration system.
The GAC is empowered, like was done by the project. It means a lot.
It has improved the way the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning does business so that the ordinary people will be impacted, they have a pay on time.
The Public Financial Management Reform for Institutional Strengthening Project became effective in September 2019. And the project has 8 beneficiaries. Those beneficiaries are primarily the Ministry of Finance as the premier PFM institution, the Revenue Authority, the General Auditing Commission, the Internal Audit Agency, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, the Liberal Institute of Certified Public Accountants. We also did something on civil society involvement in budget formulation and budget execution. We also provided support for the Public Accounts Committee, by extension the National Legislature, on the public hearings and the role the Public Accounts Committee plays. We inherited 50 marks that the IFMIS have been rolled out to, and by the IFMIS is actually the integrated financial management system that we use to execute the budget. So we, under this project, we intended to expand and deepen the use of IFMIS to making sure that we can plan our budget better, execute it better, and then provide the oversight that is needed.
The project has enhanced the IFMIS, deepened the IFMIS, and strengthened the IFMIS. It has also helped us to develop and deploy an electronic funds transfer module, which is used to make payments to employees and vendors electronically, thereby reducing the number of checks that are used for payments in the Ministry of Finance. So it contributes to the improvement of the financial management system or the business processes of the government of Liberia by enhancing consolidated reporting. So if you have all of the modules integrated in one system, it is possible to produce a consolidated report that will be audited by the General Auditing Commission and also certified by them. It also enhances accountability, because all of the information or data are in a central repository where you can pull out data and do analysis in real time. It also enhances the payment process. I mentioned about the electronic funds transfer. Now you are not dealing with check, where clearing will take 1 week to 2 weeks. Payment now is instant. You are paid by the electronic funds transfer today, and you receive the alert the same day. So those are some of the improvement it brings about, efficiency in the way the government does business.
The PAC Secretariat was capacitated to organize effective public hearings, and the PAC couldn't do it alone because they needed to do it with GAC. GAC is the auditor, so you will need GAC auditors to work with the PAC Secretariat to analyze the report. So the project was actually primarily focused on making sure that GAC is empowered, capacity built in a way that it performs audit effectively, assists the PAC in organizing public hearing, and strengthen its capacity in implementing the zonal oversight rule across government.
The GAC benefited from the PFMRSP project immensely. Since 2019, the project bought 9 full cabinet vehicles for the entity. The project supported the battery-based project of the entity, and today the GSC has 24-hour current. The project supported the RCT capacity of the entity, including the buying of 68 laptops. The Auditor General have had the One Auditor, One Laptop project, and today we are proud to say from the support of the project, the GSC has given each auditor 1 laptop.
So we built capacity of the internal audit agency, and our key focus was on certification of auditors, because to get quality reports, you need trained auditors. So the project invested in paying professional fees for internal auditors to get qualified internal auditors. We did training for LRA, and also our keen interests were on sustaining the investment we've made in procuring new ATAs. So we trained IT people, we trained tax management, we trained specialized people in specific fields. We have certified human resource practitioners in LRA, and the intention was this money we put in LRA so much. We need the skills to be able to man it so that they operate efficiently.
We've had trainings for the staff in ICT. We've also had training in the business-related areas such as tax administration and accounting and auditing. The project has also funded the refurbishment and the installation of a fully computerized training environment for the LRA.
My name is David Kima. I'm the Director General of the Internal Audit Agency, and our agency has been one of the entities that have been supported by the World Bank funding. The World Bank intervened in a couple of areas. They supported our automating program, where we want to automate the internal audit process by procuring a software called Batana. That software now is being implemented to support our audit function. They've also supported the professionalization of our entity, where they paid for some of our staff to sit and take the internal audit exam. So as it stands right now, we have staff that are in that program and they are on their way to certification. We've also done some training that was supported by the World Bank for county auditors, given the fact that there is now a revenue sharing law in Liberia that is going to affect the counties, where funding will be placed in the counties. So we needed to strengthen the skill set of the internal auditors who will be working with county officials.
We developed an e-government procurement system for the government of Liberia, and the lead agency for that is the Public Procurement and Concession Commission. We got a system called the EGP, which is the Electronic Government Procurement System. That will enable us to automate our procurement processes.
Regarding the e-procurement, we have done it successfully. We were able to roll it out to the initial 6 entities in government, the 6 marks. That's the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Public Works, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, and the Liberia Revenue Authority, the LRA, and then of course PPCC. So those are the first 6 entities that have now using the system. We do intend to bring along about 50 more entities come next year. Indeed, it has created the issue of controlling corruption, transparency, efficiency in the procurement space in our country. So it's the first time having e-procurement in Liberia, and thus far, those 6 entities are very receptive towards it. The technicians were all trained.
The support to the University of Liberia Graduate School was actually meant to continue the capacity building effort that was started a couple of years ago with the establishment of the Financial Management Training School and the Intensive Procurement Training School. Those 2 schools were funded by a previous project that ended. And by the end of that project, there was a need to transition the school to the university. So when this project was coming on, it took on that transition effort to move the FMTP and the IPTP to the university. And to do that, we noticed a state institution, they didn't have the capacity. So the project took on enhancing some of the major areas of weakness.
The project was in twofold. The first project was to refurbish the classrooms of the graduate school, actually intended to benefit the students that were doing business and public administration, more especially those that came from the program and entered the master program here, so that they will have a better place to sit. So the project was to furnish and also renovate the classrooms. They did about 9 classrooms. And the second thing they did was that they took over the library. We have a small room of a reading room, resource, we can call it resource room. But they decided that they would change it and make it better, to give more reading material, and also to have it air conditioned and make it fit for reading. And today, our students, not only from the master program, but the faculty and staff of the University of Liberia benefiting.
Support to the LRA was intended to procure a new tax administration system. We inherited a system that was not fully developed and equipped, called the SIGTAS. So this project took on procuring a brand new one to enhance and automate, and that is a key word, to automate tax collection across the country. We are very proud that at the end of the project, we have a new liberal tax administration system.
The system has reduced compliance cost to taxpayer. So before, the taxpayer will have to pay transportation to come to the LRA. They don't have to. They can sit from anywhere and conduct their tax business. Secondly, it's also provide convenience. So taxpayer can sit from anywhere. They don't have to hustle to pay taxes. They don't have to walk to the bank because they have the online banking platform. So with the reduction in the compliance cost and the convenience of taxpayer, we've seen that taxpayers are eager to pay taxes because there's no hassle, and that alone we've seen an increase in the revenue generation.
Overall, this project has been very successful. When I recount the successes, I'll be glad I participated in this entire venture. We were able to procure and deploy a new tax administration system for Liberia. That is a very big ticket item that we are very proud of. We were able to expand the IFMIS to additional 36 marks, ministry agencies and commission. We were able to deploy other sub-modules, the electronic funds transfer. We are implementing the donor funder module under the IFMIS. We introduced the electronic document management system. And the EGP, which is the electronic procurement, you know what procurement means when it comes to budget execution. So we are so happy to have these systems. What is left is to be able to manage them and sustain them over time. We also know that we help the Ministry of Education and Health in improving the financial reporting, in making sure participation in budget planning and execution. So those are all efforts to unlock those bottlenecks across PFM implementation.
The World Bank support to the IAA has been very helpful. 2 years ago, when we took over, we had challenges with computers. We had to wait for staff to share computers, like I said earlier. I'm hoping that with this new intervention, it will help ourselves. And I think that with the World Bank support, we've been able to achieve some of that. So we're grateful to the support they've given the IAA to automate the internal audit process, which we're now implementing, and we're trying to strengthen it across government. So we're happy that we got the support from the World Bank, and we hope that we can have continuous cooperation with the World Bank going forward.
We can only thank the World Bank, the other donors that are supporting the LRA on this integrated public financial management reform project. We were in need, and they have answered to our need, and we can only thank them. We thank them for the support, and we always look forward to working with them to ensure that we can collect revenue and sustain development in Liberia.
The Auditor General, his deputy, and everyone are overwhelmingly grateful to the project, to the World Bank, to the Swedish embassy, and to the rest of the supporters. And we are grateful for the support, and we always hope that we can always have such support to make GAC vibrant.
What I would like to say to the World Bank is that they are a partner in progress for the Ministry of Finance and the government of Liberia at large. And we wholeheartedly welcome their assistance, and we hope to work with them because we have a lot of capacity gaps that we hope to fill.
So I'd like to be very appreciative to the World Bank and the Ministry of Finance from the beginning, that were being very instrumental, in making sure that the University of Liberia take over the program. So I'm very happy that we got that much from the World Bank.
And all of these would not have been possible without the funding from the World Bank, the Swedish government, the European Union. And we know when people taxpayer monies come, we need to use them wisely. And I'm very sure that we did this very well. That's why we have these results. And we also don't want to forget about our managers, our past and current leaders at the Ministry of Finance and all the ministry agencies, our beneficiary institutions, for the role they play in implementing the project and for us to reach the success we achieve. Thank you.